We've had 15 or 20, I'd say. More than Andrew Iceberg, of all people, texted me and said, "You're a star." I just watched you.
The one
All right, anybody want to check us and see if we're working?
How do you like the improvements to your neighborhood on High Street down on the corner? The old brick house. Amazing, isn't it?
Right, oh, yeah, it's so nice, it's.
Have you been through that?
No,
You should catch him there and go through.
Laura and I tried to go through one night, I was there watering my few trees, and she's like, "They're over there right now, let's go down." Like, so we went, she knocked on the door, said, "I'll go with you, Laura." So she opened the door, they didn't answer, so we just walked out.
Hear anything, Mike?
No,
It did pending and then that went away, original buyer, yeah.
I don't know what happened. It's down to 446.
You can hear us?
Down to.
And it sold at first, like right away, and then that didn't pan out, so.
Yes. I never thought he would have pulled it off. I was in it, you know.
Oh, you know what?
That's
I didn't
pretty
know.
quick turn.
Well, you
It
can
was,
hear.
you worked hard on that thing.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Pete.
Okay, we'll put it, same phone. I just didn't have.
You still have both of yours, so.
I do,
Okay, I didn't know if you.
yeah.
You still own both of them there.
And we
I do.
have these.
And your folks still own all
Oh, they're
that.
still low.
You guys, yeah.
I haven't seen Dick and Donna for. I'll see them on the corner in a
I see
bit.
them all when you do that.
Oh,
If they're
pictures.
ever working at
Buckets.
Michael's, we should stop by and see them.
Oh, did they get that?
And well, Amy bought it originally and gave it to Door, and then Doris is gonna put it in the apartment, and then
He doing
like it out.
Okay.
Just give
She gave it to Michael.
They still look good.
So it's fine, we can get close to being there.
Good.
Yeah.
something else for you, but like hysterical society.
Stereo building, that's what we used to always call it.
Just a way to get pictures done.
So our church always used that for
A lot of them are duplicates.
get-togethers and stuff. There wasn't anything else here.
No.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And it wasn't AC or anything. It was just.
Should we send this to everybody and say, here's some
When he was here.
suggested edits to?
That's what I was. I just wanted to finish what I was doing today, so but yeah, I think there's only one issue that I see on there, and I think it's right at the top. Because the executive secretary is the position. And I mean,
Right.
you would have to, it's not the administrative assistant, it's the executive secretary. I'm just telling you right now, when the salary ordinance is executive secretary and has been for.
Oh, I didn't even know. That's why, that's the only reason I said delete is because I was like, we don't have that.
Yeah. So. I think.
Yeah,
Tammy,
and then there once.
changed the time
If
to.
there's five confused in that thing, there's probably lots of confused, it's not in here. You know,
Just. This.
That's, I love
Yeah.
that.
So
You wouldn't keep this, yeah.
stuff that no one needs.
It could be rising down.
So
Mhm.
it's not even how we do it. Reading dates, time's wrong.
Mhm.
Right, this,
Yeah, I got you're right.
school.
So we have some. Tablecloths. They're old,
Uh-huh.
don't know that they'd be any good,
Okay, well.
but when we send,
Like that.
when we send the
Yeah,
rest
send it
of
all
the
there.
stuff, send it all.
Yeah.
Maybe we see. Let's see,
Yeah,
okay,
good deal. Need your coat back.
be nice, but if not, we're not, we'll find something, we have other boxes, so.
Never been to any of the Virgin Islands. Have you been in Plan before?
I haven't, Crystal and Lauren stopped there on their cruise over spring break, but we don't have any lake trips this summer for the first time in like a decade. And we're not the boat owners, so if our boat friends aren't going to the lake, we're not going to the lake.
But that's a smarter way of using boats is not to buy one, but somebody had one.
So we had found this week worked for us because the friends we usually go to Cumberland with wanted to do a big trip, and they were just going. They're going somewhere really nice and just spending more than we wanted to. And so I was just messing around with the globe on Google Flights and found cheap flights down there. And so we went ahead and booked the flights, and then we kind of hem-hauled around for a while about lodging. We ended up getting a condo, Airbnb. So
It looks pretty.
got a rental vehicle, just be driving. We can be on east side of the island, which is the easternmost point of the United States, in 30 minutes, or we can be on the west side of the island in 30 minutes. The beach from the end of Shawshank is there, Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, now at the end,
Yeah, where him and Red meet up at the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen Shawshank Redemption.
Working on an old boat.
But it's on like a national wildlife refuge, and it's closed right now because the seeds were loose. But
You guys seriously haven't saw that?
are you serious?
Yes.
No.
No.
It's the greatest movie of all time.
Oh my gosh, Stephen King book.
But it's not like poor Stephen King. It's a
No.
It was a prison novel.
But
But I think we can still walk down there. We just can't get there by way of the park. There's a Columbus landing site there, Cliff.
It's that way.
And so you go take the kids there.
Go down and down.
But I guess I think it's the biggest thing, Virgin Islands, but like, I guess Frederick said
that's
has
connected to the United
fireworks.
States, right? Some are and some aren't.
It's a territory, yeah.
Territory, yeah.
St. John, St. Thomas, and St. Croix are
Do you
US.
fly right in or do you have to take a?
We're going to Atlanta first.
Okay.
How are they governed?
They have territorial government of some sort, I guess.
But they still, US currency works there too.
Mhm. Yeah, and we don't have to take our passport, but they said that's the easiest way to be verified.
Who knows what could happen?
Confirm that my
Yeah.
car insurance works, so I don't have to like fly there to get the insurance.
Mine is still valid, but it's not. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
I think it takes longer. You might wanna.
Yeah, it's better to do it before it ends.
Yeah,
That is
I
true.
just forgot all
I don't
about
think You
it.
have to go through as much rigmarole as you do.
And then the lockbox and forgot about it.
All right, I got it within a minute. Join in the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Listen, pray.
Lisa.
Dear Heavenly Father, we gather today entrusted a solemn duty to serve and protect the community. Grant us the wisdom to make decisions that are fair and forward thinking, instill us humility, and listen to one another and the voices of people we represent. Lord, just be with us and just bless everyone and just so grateful to be in a country of 250 years. Amen.
Amen.
I was gonna say, who was saying Lisa wasn't gonna be here?
He was here right on time.
Right, I
This has got it.
remember Don said,
Walking in with 5 inches, come on.
You're right.
black pen there.
Got the pen.
Perfect. All right, Ray, do we have a termination form?
I do. Don had already said he was not going to be here. It's in Oklahoma. So everybody else is here, Steve, Andy, and Mike. And Michelle.
We have June 4th, 2026 council minutes. Any comments or corrections?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Todd to approve the minutes as written,
I'll second.
seconded by Lisa. All those in favor? There is unanimous. Mike?
You got a hand out.
That time of month again, for year, quarterly reports.
Yes, sir.
Right. That's right. Right.
So you have for you my quarterly report and if you have any questions, you can ask me after the meeting or get with me anytime you like. That's all I really have tonight unless council has other questions for me. I can try to answer them.
While Mike's up here real quick, we have had an attorney on behalf of Sycamore reach out to us about our right-of-way work permit agreement. Indicated that they had some concerns with certain sections. The way I've left it with them is, well, that agreement was approved by council, and then Mike was delegated with the authority to enter into those agreements on behalf of the city. So any changes to that agreement would likewise have to be approved by council. And asked also if there's any information you can provide about what project you might be doing. I'm sure that would factor in. And so just put that on your radar. I haven't heard back from them, but just to make you aware.
And I'll copy. So I thank you.
All right, thank you, Mayor.
Hank, I don't know if you've got one of these or not.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Andy, do you have anything else legal wise to share?
No, that was the only thing I had, and I figured I'd handle it while Mike was up there.
All right, we have Michelle here from Lifetime Resources.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me here tonight, and for all the support you've given Lifetime Resources over the years. My name is Michelle Gaitis. I'm the director of Catch a Ride, and I probably need glasses. There we go. The executive director, Erin Thomas, she apologizes for not being able to be here tonight. She had another engagement. You should have a packet in front of you that includes information about our request, our annual report, and some financial information. However, I'll take a few minutes of your time and tell you a little bit about our organization. Lifetime Resources is one of a statewide network of 16 area agencies on aging, primarily serving older adults, individuals with disabilities, and their caregivers. We also operate Catch a Ride, which is public transportation, which is open to anyone for any purpose, and which includes medical appointments, work, grocery stores, visiting a friend. Catch a Ride has contracts with local sheltered workshops, New Horizons, Decatur Industries, and we also have contracts with Medicaid, Medicare, managed care brokers. So anyone with any form of insurance that pays for non-emergency medical transportation, those medical trips are covered. Our main goal at Lifetime Resources is to help people maintain their independence, for many allowing them to stay in their homes where they prefer to be when they may otherwise be facing nursing facility placement, which is also far more costly. We accomplish this through a variety of services, including personal care, homemaking, home delivered meals, respite for caregivers, and more. Lifetime also provides guardianship services, various health and wellness programs, and an opportunity for socialization for older adults at our congregate meal sites. Our congregate meal site or snack is located at Hoosier Boy Apartments here. We've recently added 2 new services, veterans directed care, which is really exciting for us. It gives veterans a flexible, personalized budget to manage their own home and community-based services instead of relying on an agency to assign care to them. So veterans can hire trusted family members, friends, neighbors to help with their daily living needs like bathing, dressing, meal prep, things like that. The other new service that we recently added is structured family care, which compensates family members or legal guardians for providing daily in-home care for aging or disabled members of our community. I do want to make you aware that there have been a lot of recent changes at the state level. So most area agencies on aging are no longer providing case management services for Medicaid waiver populations as of next month. The reason I wanted to say that is it's causing some rumors to go around that Lifetime is closing, which is absolutely not true at all. We're still here and providing case management and other services under multiple finance funding sources that we already have.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you explain, because we are broadcasting out, what does Medicaid waiver mean? Sorry.
So Medicaid waiver that's the lifetime side.
Okay.
Catch a ride. So what I understand Medicaid waiver to provide is, as far as like the transportation piece of it that I can speak to, like if somebody needed to, it provides like the transportation for things other than medical, like just, like say you needed to go to the grocery, that wouldn't typically be covered under medical transport, but that's still needed to provide, you know, assisted
Basic living
in
services,
the
right?
basic living services. So that piece of what we do was never, we never had to have matching funds for that. So even though that piece is going away from what we do, that won't impact what we need the match for. We still have other services that we provide that's what requires the match from federal or state. Sorry, I probably
No,
can't answer
that's
that.
good, and I hate pop quizzes myself, but just in case somebody's like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's Medicaid waiver also. And there's several different levels of it. Medicaid waiver also for those with disabilities like that go to like the sheltered workshops. Like New Horizons, Stone Decatur. A lot of times they're on a type of Medicaid waiver that gets them to those for those services to get them out in the community and working. It
Okay.
helps, they get funding that way too.
But the bottom line is lifetime is not flexing.
No, not at all. It's just a piece of what we did previously is going away, but we've also added some new exciting pieces to what we're gonna be doing moving forward. Anything else?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the funding, as I was saying, the funding we were seeking is to match various federal and state grants that we receive. And the Medicaid waiver services never required match. So it isn't impacting our annual request. But when the funding source allows, we have participants pay a portion of the cost, for example, a cost share for in-home services, or they pay a fare for the transportation piece. Our 2027 request from Rising Sun is for $10,000, which is 3.5% of Ohio County's $285,000 budget for Ohio County. As you can see in your letter, our average care plan cost is about $350 a month, and an average nursing home stay for a month is over $8,900. So what we do matters. Investing in these services now helps prevent more costly interventions later and helps keep folks in their home where they want to be and where care is most cost effective for as long as possible. I thank you in advance for your consideration and would be happy to answer any other questions you might have. And I'll answer transportation ones better than.
Very good.
Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
I have been working on the budget and I did include the 10,000 requests, same as last year.
need a
So,
motion. Good deal.
Yeah, you would need to form into it.
You're good. I'll make a motion that we continue to support a lifetime with $10,000.
Motion so moved by Cliff,
I'll second.
second by Lisa, all those in favor?
We appreciate it.
Thank
I'm
you so
going to
much.
add that for the 27 budget. Is that okay?
Yes.
I think so.
Thanks, good job.
Thanks. It's a lot.
Salary ordinance, first reading.
I put that in your packet and I emailed it to you. Mark was my proofreader, so if I've got a wrong date in there, he didn't catch it either. Basically, I think I mentioned in the overview that I sent on the email that I talked with Steve. We had settled on the 3% again. And we felt like it's mostly for full-time. There are a few people that work part-time that are actually, in the full-time, like, let's just say Kathy in my office, she works a day and a half a week, but without her, we don't operate. She's not seasonal. She works every week. So, and board members, basically, we discussed increasing those pays next year, reviewing those pays and making increases on those. I did send out some emails to the listserv, and I seen, there are a number of places that do not pay boards. So, there are a number of places that maybe pay boards way more than we do, so it's a 50-50 split. When we first got the casino, we had the Plan Commission, BZA, council, Board of Works, everybody did double time. And the one thing that we said was we would remember those Plan Commission members and remember those BZA people and remember those people that gave their time, and effort and all their long meetings. So we've continued to do that. Plan Commission didn't ask, BZA didn't ask for an increase, redevelopment didn't ask for an increase. Nobody's asked for one, but we'd like to just kind of take a look and
Next year.
do that next year.
We haven't increased any of their.
We haven't.
For a while.
We usually increase the pool and the summer help at the same time, because otherwise you have everybody wanting to work at one or the other, and we keep them the same basic rate. They have been allowed to get like a quarter increase for returning or 50-cent increase for returning. So that has helped. I think that's a pretty good idea. So anyway, that's basically the only difference that I think that I had on there. It's not really a difference, but I do have again, last year I had the same thing. I have a new to be hired deputy CT. So, we're still short one. We're doing okay though. We're plugging along. And we have I have Mark on there twice as a salaried employee and an hourly employee. It's not really Mark. I have that position on there twice because Mark is salaried now. And, but if the person would be hired hourly, it would be a different rate. So,
So it's just there to use if it changes.
yes, if Mark would quit and we have to hire somebody, we'd probably have to pay them hourly. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else that was changed.
No, we didn't. It was pretty. Great.
Everything was pretty much at 3%. And this doesn't really have to do with this one, so I can wait until after. You guys, this can all be changed. They can take this. It's just first reading. So you can take it, you can stop by, you can ask questions, you can, come back. It's ordinance
2026 what?
4. You know what? I did add something, but I changed it. I did add the street labor. They have a duty pay. It's about a third of the way down under summer help. And I added that for them for $100 weekly. They each take a shift every week. And currently, you know, they've been paid for like bathroom duty or whatever. I do know on the utility side, they do get paid for duty pay if they're. And I know in past years, they had done that and they haven't been. So I'd asked Jason about it. It would be next year and it would be every week. One person would be basically on call and that person would get the $100 duty pay.
Are you going from 149 to 100?
I made it 100 because used to it was 149 and it was actually 2. So we cut it and I just think that it's after talking to Jason, I think, and Steve both, we thought it was fair for them to get something. So that is different. Now, the other thing on there that says duty pay bathrooms, that's kind of, it's a little different, but it's like, say, Jason and say they don't have anybody to cover and there's a cruise in it. And they want to see if maybe Johnny Kelly, who works part-time summer help, says that he would take care of the bathrooms for 2 days. So we could pay him $20 for Friday and $20 for Saturday for going in, checking the bathrooms, making sure there's toilet paper, making sure nothing was wrong. We haven't used it, but it's there. We needed it a couple times, and so we put it in back when Paul was street commissioner, and we needed it then a few times. We used it, but it's a little different duty pay, just so you know. So other than that, that's what I have. And like I said, you guys can, if there's something you guys want from me or, you know, let me know. And, you know, maybe there's probably a report that we could print off somewhere. Sure. But I mean, for the most part, you're looking at 3%. And,
Right.
yes.
How many months did we pay out the Navy Bean stipend?
4. I was going to go to that next for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can just move on to this year, for Navy Bean stipend, last year we paid 3 pays to Mike and Yanez and 4 pays to Heather and myself. It's somewhat confusing. I didn't know if it was we've all kind of carried it. Everybody does their own thing. I didn't know if it would be your pleasure to pay everybody the same 4 pays. That would be 2,000 for Mike, 2,000 for Inez, 2,000 for me, and 2,000 for who is it? Hank. And then,
Because the whole group is involved.
and I have one more to request, and that's Jason.
Yeah.
Because he carries, I mean, he's salaried. He doesn't get anything extra if he comes in. I know it's part of his job, but you know, a lot of stuff falls on him on this, and he comes to every meeting.
All the heavy lifting he gets done.
And he gets dumped on everything that we say, how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna hold that? Where are we gonna put that? You know, so I asked Andy and he thought the salary ordinance addressed it from last year, that we could go ahead if you guys would say that it was okay to pay.
The
Jason.
salary ordinance authorizes the stipend, but it doesn't say who gets it, what months they get it. That's up to you guys.
That's up to you guys. So, I mean, we start the Navy Bean, to be quite honest, the day after the Navy Bean, you know, so So it's, and actually we're already have had a couple different people contact about music for next year. So,
That's a year-round thing.
you know, it's always ongoing. And I mean, I mean, Cliff's been Navy bean guy. He knows how that is. It's not an easy thing to get people to do, you know, it really isn't. But it's important. It's important that we sell ourselves. So that was my other question was Jason and would it be okay that everybody got the same?
Yeah.
I was always told if you give to one, you give that.
So we need that in the form of a motion to clarify that council approves all the different ones, right, and the time frame.
Is that good? I mean, me
We talking
We're adding.
for this year,
for this year. Yeah.
except the one,
No, she don't get any more.
so you,
Me, Amy,
Inez.
Yanez, and Mike, and Jason.
Sorry, I tried to cut you out there, Nick.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll make the motion to that, but.
Okay.
Motion so moved by Todd. Was in favor? We don't have a second. You say we're the first on. At least she did the second. We didn't get one.
Well, I gave you a phone.
I
call. I'm sorry.
So I would have called it though.
Lisa eyed the first.
And then Cliff second. All those in favor. Sorry, I got out of shape.
All right, thank you guys
And that stands as first reading
For the,
for the
for the
salary.
salary at this point. So. All right. School funding agreement 26-27. So we discussed that last week with last month with Mr. Roder, and then
the agreement's the same, it's just updated the dates.
and actually we didn't have to be here again. Just if you guys decide we can take the action.
I don't think anybody has any discussion.
Correct. Correct.
I'll go ahead and make the motion that we approve the agreement, the insurance.
So motion made by Lisa to approve the 2026-27 school funding agreement.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Britt. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carries unanimous. Thank you.
I have one here that's in the. Who is it?
It's
Just you, Steve, that signs,
Yes.
and then Brandon. Yeah, me and so sign.
Main Street planners.
Okay.
Ray, you've been involved with that more than I have, or are familiar with, I believe. So,
Marie, I didn't get it to see some of her packet, but I know Marie Sourhead came in, she had some ideas about planners on Main Street. I mean, they looked, what she had was like long trough things. Did you guys get the information from her or not? Okay.
Calls me like every other day, but.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's excited about it.
she's brought
And
this up a few times. Just kind of like encouraging us to have planners. I think is what it is more than
Yeah.
anything else. You can decide what you want for that.
I think this season is pretty much,
Yeah.
You know,
For next
it
year.
would be something that would be for next year. And I don't think that the ideas are bad. I think Inez has a packet.
She
I can
does.
get.
and We've
we can
included
scan it.
naturally Jason in the conversation because that's more things. And so what we need to do is just, you guys look at all that and then before next spring, if we want to have some things like that.
I would like, definitely, Main Street had planners that they put on hold. 20, just from the top corner down to the river and replacing all of them that's on Main Street.
Good.
So I would like to have their input in this also.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. Get rid of all the mishmash stuff and make it beautiful again.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What was the material that Marie was suggesting?
She had gathered some things.
She had-
She had some
I had a
pictures.
good
It's a little
packet.
packet.
Yeah,
Yeah, just make sure and stuff
Something
like,
that'll hold up.
yeah, I believe so.
it seemed
But again, we'll, you know,
the durable.
Yeah.
this group
I'm
and
not
the
gonna
main,
vote for anything that isn't gonna last 10 years.
right.
Yeah.
You want something,
So-
Because we made a terrible mistake.
council likes, supports the idea.
Boxes
And obviously,
didn't.
Main Street does,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, the ones that Main Street was looking at was basically a self feeder that was about 3 or 4 foot in diameter. And so high that, you know, it would actually take a small, like Christmas tree, Alberta spruce or something. And you could do some pretty flowers around it, and then they had ideas about putting lights on it during Christmas time
Mhm.
that would work.
Let's
So-
put the lights across the
Yeah.
way
Okay.
too. That's what we like.
There's other ideas.
I just wanna make sure whatever we spend our money on is gonna last.
Even if it's extra money, you need to do it right.
Yeah.
Can't do something.
Absolutely.
That's not agreed.
Yeah.
And the maintenance, and you look at all those things. Yeah, she's just always concerned. She just wants to.
She did a lot out there at the cemetery on that. And she
Your
did a
neighbor,
really
sure,
good job
talked
on
to her
it.
about it too, so yeah.
So
So we'll pass on that. We've discussed this, you know, I think everybody's enthusiastic about trying to figure something out.
maybe she can go to one of the Main Street meetings too.
Good.
Because I think when Inez looked at that, she thought some of it was similar to stuff that they
But
were
what they've
doing.
already planned, that's what she told me as well.
What was nice about these, a lot of cities have them, and they somehow it holds water between the two layers and it automatically feeds it. You
Yeah,
know, so they're not watering every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old thing in the cemetery, that
So-
multiple, you used to have burlap into the wick up to the plants. And catch rain. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for that, we'll follow through with it, you guys can just do your,
get that packet to you.
right.
I
Insur-
keep thinking I'm just off tomorrow, but everybody isn't. aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insurance renewal,
All right,
we met with, still called home insurance group.
Henry,
Changing the name.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
son-in-law Brad, yes, same outfit, yeah.
Henry Insurance Solutions.
Right.
So, basically it was a 6% increase. I think I sent you guys the spreadsheet review, and we split it with the utilities, so you guys see that I split it out there. It's one of those things we do have to have. And, we don't normally what do I want to say? Overuse claims. We don't.
No, they bragged on, overall, Greg did on, this group has done very well on, but not very many claims, we got a real good rating. City did, utilities, so that's good. The 6% increases,
Think you said
actually really good in today's.
7.9% workers' comp
Yeah,
or something. The rate was just like almost unheard of. So that was, we try to keep the safety stuff going too. So
yeah, it's pretty standard on it.
anything hard, we make Mike do it.
We got our permit for the parade.
Yes, we did. We got a permit for the Navy Bean Parade from NDOT.
Comments or questions, council?
So does that need to be approved or?
It does. It does, to expend it. Policy, it's already been in process, but yeah, council needs to approve of spending on them.
Have the copies of the actual invoice if anybody wants to take a look at it.
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve insurance renewal.
Motion by Todd to approve the annual insurance renewal,
I'll second
seconded by Flip. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you. Important dates are obviously Independence Day, this Saturday, that's a big one, 50th birthday of our country. So
And we have our new mark.
we do have our new monument. Yeah, Cliff was very helpful with that and everybody involved.
Guys, all were.
Looks
very
great.
good.
If you haven't been by Front Street yet to see it, it's already, it looks nice.
In the second street.
It's just right in front of the archway.
Yeah.
So, have you been by there? You can just, you can see, I mean, drive by before you leave and look at that. It's cool.
Pretty cool.
It's shaped of Indiana and it's got the nice wording on it.
Is
We're
the
gonna-
bracing still on?
That was,
No, Jonas came today and removed the forms and so it looks proper. We may decorate it a little bit before Saturday slightly. And then there is a formal dedication, 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. So I'll invite the public to that. We've posted and trying to let people be aware of it, so. And of course, the tourism's big event, fireworks. Shiner Pride Car Show, Sunday, July 12th. The next State Board of Works meeting will be Thursday, July 30th at 4 p.m. And the next State Council meeting will be Thursday, August 6th at 6 p.m. We have a couple things miscellaneous to discuss. We'll go to the claims.
I got a couple as well, so you guys,
Yeah, my
mine are easy, hopefully.
So there's Aurora Pool has decided to have free admission during the heat advisory. Of course, that then becomes kind of a concern of ours. Why should we do it or should we not do it? So just want your input on that. I did speak to the pool director, pool manager today. Her concerns were staffing, if we had an overabundance of people that are more than normal, how do they handle that? We are limited to lifeguards where I know that Aurora, when they did it or are doing it, they have the ability to bring in more staffing when they have bigger crowds. We don't have that option, so that is a concern of hers.
Is there a ratio to life?
Probably capacity.
is.
I did ask her capacity at this point. I believe she said 550, which seems like a lot. That was her numbers. Tourism has offered to pay on that behalf, like if we just, as a city, decide to let that happen with their pool, tourism just has expressed the desire to pay for that benefit to the community. It'll be Ohio County residents only. It would be a matter of having to document as people come in. It would be, some more each time, but currently it's $4 for residents and $5 for non-residents is what we charge, which is cheap comparatively to like Durham County is more like $10 and $12 per person. Although Lawrenceburg has it to their city residents always free, but that's comparing apples to oranges for you.
But over 55, you're free.
And on 55, you're free.
Is there an occupancy amount allowed in the pool physically?
She said 550.
550 in the pool, I'm
That was her
sorry.
number.
I thought 550.
had to look in.
I was thinking,
And then
we had to
maybe-
look that up one time, and I think that's just the property.
Within the gates.
That's
Yeah, that's what, I think that's in the property.
550 in the pool, you'd be wet.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I don't
It's
think,
a lot.
Yeah, jumping
It
3
is.
times to get wet, wouldn't you?
It's coming.
Is there a way to limit that if it was to get busy? I mean.
Yeah, you'd have to keep an accurate count at the
That's what I
gate,
said.
whoever's monitoring that.
They do.
And then again, bear in mind that on the 4th of July weekend, if we bring that in, they're already limited on their staffing because of vacations and family things. So my concern is why we just made a big decision like this. I wanted to speak with the person in charge of it. It was only fair to,
I'm just worried about the staffing.
get their opinion on it.
Well. I mean, they would have to know what their numbers, what their limit is with their ratio, because I'm sure Cliff is right on the right track, that there's some kind of ratio, so. However, they're keeping count of people coming through the gate, like when you reach that limit, I'm sorry, but that,
you would.
that's what
Yeah,
it's by
go back.
law.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not vibes, it's the law.
I think it's a good idea.
You could, so,
Her other thought was we could just provide free water, still charge normal, but just provide free water. Where normally, what is a bottle of water each time?
It's $1 or $2.
It's $1 something, which is basically like half of what a gate fee would be to residents. So you could give them half price because everybody drinks 1,000
I know.
gallons of water.
That's it.
That was her thought as well on a benefit without actually doing it the other way. So I heard that as well.
and this would be for the duration of
It
the,
would be whatever dates that we specifically put on it. And I think you'd have to be real careful with that too. We want to have Andy's opinion on this after we're done discussing it as well. So
See, tying it to a heat advisory.
Mhm. We'll have it to a Sunday.
and if we decided to do something like that, we would post it at all our different spots and then have a definitive shut.
And I would put the caveats in, you know, we're doing this with these legal limitations.
And I
I
said-
think it's a good idea.
I said if you did it, you would want them to print their name, their address, that they were from Ohio County.
Sure.
And, you know, I mean,
Yeah, because it doesn't apply to non-residents.
because it wouldn't apply to me, you
Yeah.
know, because, you know, so. And I think, you know, if they done something like that, that's the only way that they can, that I see that they could keep track of it.
And again, though, the staffing will still be a concern.
Right.
That's the unknown and it might not be an issue.
Right,
Because the majority of people that are already using it, I mean, there's how many are there or that are not using because they can't afford it. That's, we don't know that.
But I think it's
It's a good gesture to your people. I get that part. And then the fact that a neighbor did it, then it's.
Yeah,
And I've been
naturally, that's
there
the reaction.
both times or both ways on 4th of July, when there's been nobody there and when there's been, you know, it's been packed.
Yeah.
But usually when it's packed, it's not people, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and so tomorrow's already Friday, the day before the holiday. This isn't an easy thing to get
right.
out clean right away with the office being closed tomorrow. But I mean, we can do it, figure out a way to do it.
I think we should do it.
Andy, what's your, any legal things on what we're discussing here?
I know we've had to look up the limits before and with my Gmail being at about 60,000 emails, it's almost impossible for me to find anything anymore.
Mike, do you know anything about occupancy over there?
It would be on the plans.
You can look into that for us while we're.
I thought it said right.
I can't look at them here.
Yeah.
I'd have to go to the shop.
I understand that.
I can find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think we should do it if we can. This is a short-term thing.
I don't, I mean, I would be surprised if you guys, if it got that crazy.
I don't think so.
In Indiana, the mandated lifeguard to bather ratio is generally 1 lifeguard per 25 swimmers. Swimmers, not people on grounds.
How many chairs are there? 4? Our rental agreement requires 4 lifeguards. So that'd be 100 swimmers.
I don't know how many chairs there
I have no
I think there's
idea.
4.
So our rental agreement says estimated number of people, 300 person max.
are. That's what I,
That would be the property on the premises. So that would be 100 in the pool.
So we need 4 lifeguards.
which we normally have.
You normally do, but again, I saw her concern on the fact on a holiday weekend that somebody's liable to not show or something. Then you could get in a bind if you had a lot of people there, but that's the unknown. I mean, there's no way of controlling that.
Yeah, it says 300 bathers, you would need for lifeguards.
Think we should do it, guys. My opinion.
Do you need anything formal on that or just me to go ahead and handle?
I would say, yeah, motion to prove
Yeah,
that
I
during
feel
the,
better.
during the
Yeah,
heat
I feel better.
emergency.
Just-
Sure.
Which lay it all on me for.
Trying to think of the way to word it. I move that we make the pool available to Ohio County residents for free during the heat advisory or any heat advisory. So you have to do this every morning. Keeping in mind the occupancy rates and the lifeguard to bather ratios, so that we stay within the law.
Sound good.
I'll second that motion.
And motion was made by Lisa and seconded by Todd. All those in favor?
So this is through Sunday, right?
Yeah, right now.
That's what's, yeah, that's the way it's
And
worded.
and you guys aren't worried about tourism paying for it?
Well,
Right?
they offered,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get them to pay for it, whatever they can pay for.
they've already, yeah, put it out there.
Everyone knows it's on hand, then we get $4 back.
The
How's that?
Weather Channel only says it's through 8 p.m. tomorrow.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's
It's not
short.
really till tomorrow.
We can go ahead and do it how we want, but actually the heat, even though.
Heat advisory was just till
It looks to me like it's basically about the same temperature and same humidity, so I don't know why it's actually ending when it is, but
I would just post for the weekend.
since we're already there.
Yeah.
Again, I would, this is one of these knee-jerk reaction things that it's kind of like at the end of the heat advisory before we even addressed it. But since it is a holiday weekend, that's the way to word this one.
250, baby, let's celebrate.
That's right.
That's
right.
Pretty nice, great.
We'll word it through Sunday then.
Yep.
And yeah, if tourism has offered to do that, then we can take reimbursement from them, right, Andy? No problem. So keep note of the amounts each day. All right.
They'll have to have that sign-in sheet so that we know.
All right, the Dollar General parking lot, again,
It got mowed.
okay. Well,
The what did?
It got mowed, Dollar General. When I came in, they were leaving.
well, that's good. My next sentence was going to be to go ahead and authorize a city letter, since we didn't do it in board works meeting. I neglected to do that, but since it's, at this point, if it's done, it's done, so
I was sure.
carry on.
Send a letter.
One question about that. We just set this up to work, it just happened, Jason, I thought we was working to set it up where Jason said, boom, and it just happened.
We do after the first response. So in other words, once the letter is sent, they've
Gotcha.
received, then they have 10 days to clarify. If they don't, then the city has the right to do it for them. And then from that point on, there's no more discussion.
Okay.
As it comes back, the mayor has the authority just to tell them to do it again. Once you get clarification, it's good forever.
Well, just for the season.
For the season.
Yeah,
A lot easier.
you know,
If you
let's get it,
Yeah.
let's get it certified.
Yeah.
That one's a little harder to track down because it's
Corporate.
corporate. The property owner lives in Bowling Green, Kentucky, but I don't know if they're legally responsible for the tenant of the property, or
can they be fined?
yeah, can you lien their deed if it came to that? I don't know.
Well, with the mowing stuff, if it doesn't get paid, you end up sending it to the auditor to put on their tax roll. So I think that whoever the property
Be the property owner.
property owner is who you'd be sending all your notices
It's
to,
actually
because that's who's gonna get
Yeah,
it tacked on their taxes if they don't pay it.
Well, I'm sure DEG pays a triple net lease, so
They do.
they're gonna eat it
the
eventually.
the property owner actually just has a PO box, but that we can figure that one out.
But I mean, normally when it goes on as a tax lien, it doesn't come in like that next year. Sometimes you're looking at 10 or 20 years before you
until
get that back.
Yeah, it's just setting.
So,
But then again, we're bound to do something.
yeah,
They've mowed it again anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not an issue. All right, moving along. The OCC, I spoke last month, you guys were presented, we discussed briefly the $500,000 grant that the community foundation has set aside for that project that we had engineered. And I needed your input on doing some homework and some guidance on what's the most important things to you guys other than the whole project, because they need guidance on it. They need to move forward with it. And sometime in July, the first step on the grant process. So we don't want to get behind on it. It's not set in stone, but just kind of like
Do we have anything in mind right now?
there's a lot of things on that
Yeah.
thing. I just need you guys to yeah, so to speak.
Things having to do with the river. The river is our crown jewel.
Mhm.
So, well, and I know one was the Grants Creek, Arnold's Creek, yeah. But something if. Weird.
So too, a big portion of that was landscaping and things just on a riverfront.
Yes.
Like Main Street area, whatever itself.
Yes.
And that's, was way more than $500,000, but then you could at least do.
Something we can use like the business owners along Main Street, the public buildings, to revamp them, paint.
I don't think he was here that week. We got a
We
packet
did.
of a lot of different things.
That's all, it was engineered by HWC.
Yeah.
And then, so there's different options on, if you did this whole big natural project, which you're never gonna do at one time, and then this out of the blue, they, put this funding for us in place. It was just a nice surprise.
I mean, it looked like the 4 or 5 areas that were, and I put that stuff in that packet of stuff that I packaged up for you, because I knew this was gonna come back.
You go homework time.
Did find out.
But then,
Okay.
but I thought that kayak stuff would be cool. But I think it'd be way better on the riverfront than in Arnold's Creek.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Understand why, I would be more inclined to do the kayak on Arnold's Creek than I would in the river before.
I wouldn't go on one end,
Right.
but
that is our main recreational feature.
It
in
is,
there.
anything we can do to beautify and
Yes.
help it.
Those swings were in there.
The swings are very cool.
Everybody I've talked to wants to swing.
Like Aurora.
That's
Yeah.
top of my.
Or even whatever scale we want.
put it down here by, Bunch Bot. Not down by me. Put it down there by Bunch
Well,
Bot.
she's worried about doing that.
Yeah. That's where they've always wanted to do.
Be down there.
Yeah, they've always wanted to put one there, and I've always said, I'll be sitting out there like Ruby.
Swings are my
I
favorite.
think the swings would be really
That's my-
popular.
Cause everybody.
But I think you gotta look at your riverfront. Remember, it's crammed.
It is.
Where to put
It
it,
is
it may not,
crammed.
it may not, like you're talking about swings like in a neighboring town. What the room that we have may not be that big of a
Right.
scale, it might just be something scaled down
Right.
too.
Up there at Bratzel's lot. You could put swings up there.
Yeah, we don't own it, but, and they're permanent fixture.
Oh, are they permanent?
Yeah, that would have to be, yeah.
So,
We could just not anchor them to my
Like Main
temple.
Street and Front Street for me,
Yeah,
Anything we
okay.
can do to improve Main Street and Front Street, that's what we need to.
That's the common consensus.
Yeah.
I
Needs
think.
attention.
Well,
Needs attention.
I did look at it, I promise. But it's been a minute. Was there anything having to do with the changes to the pavilion? I know that at some point there had been talk about putting a permanent stage there and
I don't think it was in that
it
package.
wasn't, okay.
no, it's mostly just beautification things and
a
science.
splash pad.
A lot of, there used to be our splash pad, yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what it was on that
Yeah, splash pad.
where,
I'm kinda,
Yeah, we have more trouble with the splash pad
yeah,
than,
we've already got one we can't.
it's trouble.
The other big one was signage, the
Yeah,
travel
signage.
wayfaring signs and stuff, that most of ours are like, a
yeah.
lot of them are gone now. Or
Yeah,
faded.
They're out of date.
So that would be beneficial.
Yeah.
And a lot of those were even out at the park and such
Yeah.
too.
A lot of the simple things would have the biggest impact, swings, beautification, signs.
Riverfront wayfaring signage, Main Street revitalization,
Anyway,
gateway features, lighting, landscaping, murals,
All right, Boomer, turn your thing down.
kayak launch, improve water access and safety. And I do know that our, our docks are getting smage.
yeah,
Let's see, the splash pad, and riverfront swings I had marked out. Additional projects include
just
trail.
worried about putting.
Yeah, additional projects include trail connections, park repairs, pickleball courts, and outdoor amenities. So I mean,
Sorry, it's picking on you.
that's all
That's the
right.
truth.
But I mean, it's
There's
a
a lot of
good
big stuff.
report in there. And I gave an extra copy that I had to, Yanez today.
I've got
She
enough
has a
guidance
couple-
now. I mean, I do, and just anything you can think of, just call me or text me in the meantime, say, hey, just pinpoint me, and then like literally probably this coming week after the
I'm
holiday.
for anything but the splash pad and the city gate thing.
Yeah, the big arch foot now.
No,
I think I can
that's over.
just
Something else to maintain.
Yeah,
I'll go with what you've steered me to, but I need to meet with her and
but she did a good job. She had to come up with all these ideas and,
Yeah, but that whole project was a big deal when it was engineered and the concept thing done. So, yeah. All right. Thanks. Okay, so our door signs,
Oh, it's on them, they're up.
Mike, in the heat, yeah, this is like D-Day final hour. We wanted to have it done before the holiday, right? So Mike worked today diligently and posted everything. Inez was finishing up with the stickers and the informational package to give to we only have two vendors that are currently on it, but they've been notified, and so we're going to start it Saturday at noon in order to have everything in order. That gives us tomorrow too to get it ready, but so we'll post it. So basically the 4th of July at noon, the Dora district will become active, and then it just stays that way once it's over. Right?
Signs look good.
Right.
Yeah, thank Dion and Keith for
Everybody, yeah.
kicking butt to get those signs
Yeah,
done today.
literally down to the last minute, so. But it just felt kind of good. We passed it last year and I just felt like that if we didn't have it ready by now, it's kind of like, well, what are you doing, you know, so,
Right.
so. Okay. So anyway, that's it. I don't have any other miscellaneous, but as she does. So.
I just, couple things. I have the books and the maps that we have had for years and thought maybe Cliff could use those at the museum. We have
Old stuff.
24 books, we have 7 boxes, and we have that many maps. And we have so is there something that, I mean, we've given him boxes of books
Yeah.
before, so if you wanna spank us, we might have to. So,
Andy, are you looking into that?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
and, then as far as, we've also got an old Easter bunny outfit. His face needs cleaned up, but I figured with some of your good peeps down there, they might be able to clean him up pretty good. So,
Will it fit in?
and then, let's see, then I had something else, perhaps. Okay, let me check on my little list here. You've seen the Navy Bean update there. And we did get, the group that's doing what is it, the, travel group that does the traveling.
You talking about on the river?
No, that does the travel group at school that goes, anyway, they're going to help with our parade. So that will be,
That
that's,
volunteer hours going in.
some of it's volunteer, $500 is paid
Yes.
contribution to their stuff. And then, let's see, what else was it? Oh, the employee handbook. Oh, the additional appropriation is a big thing for you guys. Remember Don asked, he said, do we need to do this tonight or should we wait until next month? Well, we should have waited until next month. So, we're gonna have to redo that in August. So, I will do, so that first additional was just kind of null and void because now it has to be published on Gateway. And we didn't publish it on Gateway 10 days ahead. And then I will probably add a, unsafe building fund
Yeah.
to that. So, at the recommendation of these guys.
That'll give us more
You
leverage.
guys are
Yeah.
all aware of that.
Yeah.
In order to put teeth in that, you have to have an estimate in there, and we need to do that on some of the ones we have that need to be addressed now.
Right. Okay. And I think that was it.
Council, do you have anything?
I am gonna miss the August meeting. I'm gonna be out of town. So,
Yeah. Sir, would you like to speak?
Oh, I can. I just wanted to introduce myself.
Sure.
I work for the Office of Community and Rural Affairs, Oakland for short. I'm the Southeast Community Liaison. We deal with grant support as far as planning grants, construction grants.
Can you come over to this?
Yeah, of course.
Cause this thing will
And
catch you.
what's your name, sir? I'm sorry, we didn't.
Tatum Arnold.
Okay.
Yeah, Oak Grove Community Southeast Liaison. We deal with grant support as far as planning and construction grants. Usually the national objective is low to moderate income above 51%. And it's a good thing that you guys don't qualify for that, but we do have the owner occupied rehabilitation program, which helps homeowners and individuals with like roof repairs, AV accessibility, heater and AC replacement. It is usually a 12 to 18 month long application process. I just want to make sure that you guys are getting the information you guys needed for that. As well as we deal with the Main Street accreditation. So I was on the back, here's the good things about Main Street and the good things you guys are putting together and the DORA. I'm so glad that's going on. But again, I just want to make sure that there's any questions as far as those programs that you guys know that I am a resource to be used. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. But
Sure.
We used to do those rehabilitation grants all the time.
Yeah.
We haven't done them for a while.
it's probably time for us to.
It would
Yeah,
be,
you have-
that would be something good.
And
to
you have,
start.
Do you have any of our current emails here at City Hall?
I do. I've been in contact with Inez and Michael.
Yeah, I
Ryan,
saw
let us
some.
know, and
So yeah,
I
that's
tried to
good.
catch you at an A meeting one time, but.
So keep, yeah, always send us emails, remind us of things as they come current, that way it'll remind us of anything available, so.
I just want to make sure you guys are faced with it. If
You guys-
share emails, they acknowledge it. And then, just, yeah, see an email come across your desk and, or
Sure,
you guys probably get hundreds of emails, so.
yeah, but yeah, I do remember that stuff from you at times, so yes.
Yes, I haven't seen anything too recently, but, again, the RFI rehabilitation is kind of that loophole around that, reaching that national objective and make sure we give it to individuals that need it the most. Brown County, Jennings County, Madison, have been awarded in the past. We've done a good job in the Southeast. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of the programs and you guys need help, but, Main Street's also the point that, we want to promote, but I think you guys are pretty well organized in that facet and love the Main Street down here and love what you guys are doing. But again, just I'll make sure if you guys have any questions, you guys aren't like, who do I turn to? Who do I call?
Okay.
I'm the guy right now in the
Well,
Southeast.
thanks for taking your time, coming to the meeting and introducing it.
Yeah, I enjoyed listening to it.
I like that.
Even the pool problems, I was a lifeguard for
Right.
3 summers, so we always dealt with for the following weekend, so.
Right,
It is just fun to hear about communities and, what we can discuss them. It doesn't feel like I'm past abstract. I'm based in Madison right now, but, main office is up in Indy as well, which works about twice a week, but, again, I'm more than willing to come over here for a short drive for a meeting.
okay, great, thanks very much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time. Anything else for the good of the order?
Just we do have part of the stuff going on that stained glass window, so. Cause I have a
Council does
check
need
for
to look at
her
claims
upstairs,
and make a
so.
motion on that if you would too.
Text her now.
If I
You guys
could,
had a chance to review.
I did it.
You good?
I'm good. Yeah. I'll make a motion, we accept the claims as presented.
motion by Cliff to accept the monthly claims,
Awesome.
seconded by Lisa, all those in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous, make sure and sign that. Mike, you have something to share before we adjourn, or are we done? All right, ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Todd to adjourn,
Yes.
second by Britt, all those in favor?
Hi.
We adjourn. Bonnie? Guys had a good week, we'll see, I'm sure, somewhere, yeah, it is.
I hate to ask, but my team did just communicate me or send me a message and ask me if I had any pictures of my meetings this week, and I was out last week. So if anybody would be willing to take pictures.
What did he say?
Oh, sure, sure.